Welcome back to the final whistle. Today we are talking about the game which has just ended, which is, of course, York City versus Altrincham. If you like these videos, please consider liking and subscribing. So, of course, the late show starts with York again, but of course it was Altrincham who had the first goal of the game in front of the South Stand, with Jimmy Knowles getting past Mayline Kitchen in the 36th minute and then scoring in front of the South Stand. Disappointing start to the game, but hey, onward and upwards, they say. Then, just 2 minutes later, straight from kickoff, Ollie Banks Trevelyan into the corner and sent the North Stand, which housed it was half York, half Altrincham, and sent the South Stand into absolute disarray. And then, of course, Malachi Fagan Walcott, 96th minute winner. When I say there were scenes, there were scenes. People falling over each other, people in SC block, falling over the advertisement boards. God, it was absolute pandemonium. But 10 minutes before that, there was a fire outside the stadium, which was not Rochdale's title hopes and dreams, but hey, they're pretty much on fire now. It was the Stone Acre building just behind the stadium, which caught a light, or it might be an electric cars just behind it. So York City were close to being called off, actually. The stadium actually had to shut windows and everything. It was well, the referee had to have a word with the managers and fourth official about what to actually do, because it looked like it was getting closer to the stadium. I will post a video on it on YouTube, on Instagram, sorry, and TikTok if you do want to see it. But no, going back to the game, both teams had chances. Both teams could have won it. Newby wasn't the best, but hey, when has he ever, not dividing the fan base on what he can actually do on a football pitch? My standout player of the match has to be Ollie Banks. Yes, the central midfielder. He ran the show and got us the equaliser. He is probably our best midfielder except Hunt. Of course, Joe Felix did make his return after being out for a good few months with injury, so it was nice to see him back in the matchday squad and eventually coming on. We are 3 games from the end of the season, 3 cup finals away from the end of the season. We need your backing. Yes, Tamworth, which is on Saturday, is a sellout, but I will be doing a live stream on the YouTube if you do want to see that. Having it up on DAZN and, just chilling out and watching. Ben, me and York Uncovered did the maths, and if Rochdale drop any more points and we continue to win, we win the league at home against Yeovil. So that is 2 match days' time, of course. Then the final game is Rochdale away, which unfortunately I don't have tickets for, but I will also be doing a live match day watch along if it does eventually go down to the last game of the season. If it doesn't, I unfortunately probably won't be doing that. But if you do want to see it, just let me know. Hopefully York have now got one hand on the National League trophy and one step further to getting promoted back to the Football League after a decade. And here's a bit of a fun fact. This was the first time since 2010 we beat Altrincham in York. So, a bit of a reminder. Boston away, 1970 was the last time we won. Altrincham 2010 at Bowden Crescent was the last time we did beat them at home. If you are actually wondering what shirt this is, it's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, there's no medium sizes, so I did have to go for a large. So it is a tad bit back, like big. It's the 1996-97 away shirt on sale at the LNER for £44, and if you have a season ticket, it's £36. So if you want a piece of York City history, and it actually is really nice to wear, you can pick it up at the club shop. But anyway, if you do like these kinds of videos, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Thank you very much.